if you have crabgrass around your landscaping, or you just need to edge a little closer, and you can't use a weed eater because you might kick up rocks or mulch or something like that. Weed eaters are great, but they'll only allow you to do so much. And then it comes to one of these devices. I just got these on Amazon for 23 bucks. Can you see them? It's Friskers. And look at this. It articulates. You can move it like that so you can get the correct angle when you're trimming. And they're really sharp, and they work really good. So if we zoom down, I have some crabgrass growing along the brick there, and this will actually do probably a better job than using a hand weed eater. It's not really thick here, but I'll show you how it works. We need to lower the camera, so it's probably good to have one of these. So some of these weeds in your rock bed, you just pull those out like that. I mean, even if you use weed block, you're still going to get weeds pop up. There's really nothing you can do about it. But this stuff right here is crabgrass. And in the rock beds, you can pull that up easy enough. But along the edging, like here, you can use this like this. Just kind of, you adjust the angle to where you need it. It's cutting it off. Crabgrass is tougher to cut than just about anything else. I don't know. The stems get pretty thick on these. Be careful not to cut your finger. Okay. Okay, it works like that. Now, since I have brick edging around here, you could just use a weed eater on this and you'd be fine. But if you don't have any brick edging, yeah, you could just use this, and that way you don't have to throw rocks at yourself or at the house when you're weed eating. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of a border and not just rocks only. That way you can easily get it with the weed eater. Otherwise, you got to use these snippers like this. But it does a pretty good job. Hold on, I gotta raise the camera. Crabgrass is always problematic in late summer because it just starts kicking up on you, and you don't really have it in the early spring like you do the late summer because it's a late summer kind of weed. But it comes up, and they make special crabgrass killers that you can buy and spray on there. I know a lot of people are against spraying herbicide, but I don't know, your options are limited, and I don't think the homemade remedies like vinegar and stuff would do that good of a job. I think it would probably it might turn it yellow. and slow it down, but it probably wouldn't kill it all the way out. So, you know, it's up to you what you want to do. These work good. Herbicide would work even better. It would probably take a few weeks after you spray for the herbicide to kick in and take out the crabgrass and other weeds that are in the area. But I'm sure that's probably the best way to do it. And it's not bad having a set of these snippers. You can get into areas, you can get really close, like if you're trimming like behind air conditioning units or something, you can get in there really close and make all the difference. I got this 6-inch mini chainsaw on Amazon. I think it was $85, and it's good for cutting small branches, you know, 1-2 inch branches. I know you'll watch these review videos and they're trying to cut through like 4 or 5 inch limbs, and that's really not what this is meant for. It's meant for stuff like this, something like this. So it works pretty good. Like that. You just kind of do a circular motion on this bigger stuff. I don't know, I'd say that's about 2 inches. It's great for taking down really tough weeds that you can't weed eat, or just small tree branches that have fallen down. Because around here we have a lot of silver maples and things like that, and it doesn't take much for those limbs to come down on those kind of trees. This one lady I mow for, she says, why would anyone plant a silver maple? And I say, they grow really fast, that's why. Oak trees are better, yes, but I don't know that we'll live 200 years to see one grow, you know, to its full extent. At least I don't think I'll be that. I won't be here another 200 years. Yeah, they make sugar maples is what they make maple syrup from. They don't, I mean, silver maples, I don't know if they make good maple syrup or not, but that's mostly what we have in our yard, because there was no shade here when we moved in. So Pappy, he just planted a bunch of silver maples and some white pine trees. Those grew up fast too, the white pines. But anyway, I'm here again at my historical wood pile. And always be careful with one of these. Eye protection. You probably want to wear at least a glove on your left hand, even though I'm not right now, because I'll tell you what, you'd probably hurt yourself on this before you would a big chainsaw. It looks like a toy, but it's no toy. You got to be very careful that you don't hurt yourself. And I have a big wood pile here, you know. I don't have anywhere to burn any of that stuff. It's just from down trees that I cut down. Some of it came from the neighbor because she wanted to get rid of it. Just those front piles there, but I cut most of it up though. Anyway, I was told that I should probably create myself a burn pile. That might not be a bad idea, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of get-togethers anymore, so I don't know if I'll do that or not. But it's not a bad idea. It's starting to get very humid out here. In August, we're in mid-August now, and that's just how it goes. But we were getting a little dry here, and we got just a little over 2 inches of rain in the last, I don't know, 3 days or so. So that's pretty good. Everything's turning green again. It's always best to cut the lawns when the grass is dry, but sometimes it just doesn't dry out all the way, even if you wait till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes you got no choice. I mean, you may have rain coming in again in a few days, and you got to get it done because you got a schedule you're going by. But the drier the grass is, the more evenly it's going to spread those grass blades and not clump up, and that's a good thing. But sometimes, you know, us lawn care people, we can't help it if it clumps up a little bit. But if it's a really small yard, you could take like a gas-powered leaf blower and just spread the clumped up grass out evenly, and then it will dissolve and hide. That's kind of a neat little trick. But if it's a big yard, sometimes you just got to double cut, and on your second cut, you actually raise your mower deck up like a quarter to half an inch higher than what your initial cut was, and go the opposite direction, and then it does a better job of spreading the grass out even. I don't like to have to double cut very often, but there's times when you really need to. So I'm going to end this video now. If you'd like to borrow this, just let me know, but only if you promise to be very careful. We don't want you cutting off any wrong limbs, you know. These limbs are important. So take care. See you later, and keep on gardening if that's what you like to do. Goodbye, adios, and see you. Oh, I like to say aloha. Aloha, everybody. Bye-bye.